So why are we getting eye bags? It's because the tissue of the structure and the muscles supporting the eyelids weakened. And there's also different elements that we may even thought about. Do you rub your eyes? 2 questions for you. Do you rub your eyes, when you're itchy and you're really rubbing and rubbing? Secondly, do you lack sleep? Because again, that also evolves this particular part of the skin, lower eye bags. So the third element is your DNA. For me, it's part of my DNA. So that's why I'm working on it to improve this particular aspect of my face. And I realized when I hit my 50s, when I have a glass or 2 of wine the night before, I wake up in the morning and these eye bags appear. So that's another element that's really tricky. So according to Life Science, I wanted to give you a little bit of information of what's going on with the eye bags. Eye bags are generally more noticeable in people because of, as I mentioned, the genetics, but they have thin or pale skin. So remember, around the eye socket, the skin is the thinnest of your whole face. We have to be very gentle. So every time you do exercises for your eyes, you always have to put a cream or an oil, okay? So the reason why also the pale skin, the complexion, that's because fair complexion does little to hide what's going on behind the scene of the face. So when people are tired or stressed, the blood circulation in the eye area tends to slow down, allowing the blood to pool there technically. So the thin blood vessels stretch and leak, leading to puffiness and dark eye circles. So another element which you have to be careful with, getting too much sun can damage also the thinness of the skin, marking dark circles under the eyes that are more visible. Another element to be careful with is eating salty foods. Yes, salty foods retain the water and exuberates your eye bags. So that's another element. So again, if you're watching this now, you're live, or you're watching this later on, #replay, that would be wonderful. If you have any questions, I would love to answer your questions. If you wanted to do a particular exercise next week, let me know, because tea for Marie is on Tuesday at 12, okay? So, sorry, I just wanted to close up the parentheses. So, before I talked about if your eyes are itchy, instead of rubbing your eyes, first of all, be careful to have clean hands. Don't even think about it. Just put some ice cubes so it releases the itchiness of this particular part. It soothes down, calms down the epidermis, which is the first part of the skin. Okay? So, as I mentioned before, the blood doesn't circulate properly as before. So what can we do? So allowing the blood to pump back into the eye socket, the oculi muscle, we can refresh the blood by doing this particular exercise, which is called the eye bag toner. So the eye bag toner is, we actually practice it in 3 different parts. Okay, so let me show you. The first part is the fact that, yes, we are going to be releasing tension. So it's a bit of like the big hole that I've talked to you about before, but let's do it together, okay? Before we do that, I'm going to ask you to uncross your legs. I'm going to ask you to put your feet flat on the ground, because the basic thing of everything is connecting with yourself, okay? So let's do this beautiful big O, which allows us to reduce the zygomatic, what we call the laugh lines or the nasolabial folds. So which are right here. This is zygomatic major and minor. So we're going to be doing it in 3 different parts, the eye bag toner. First part, we're going to be allowing ourselves to do the big O, but before, let's take 3 deep breaths from the nose and exhaling from the nose. Everything in 5 counts. So I'm going to invite you, if you'd like to close your eyes, please do. Breathe in from the nose. Breathe out in 5 counts. Breathe in. Exhale. Calm down the system. Breathe in. Beautiful. So we're going to be doing the big O, which is releasing the jaw area. We breathe in like we're yawning. And the eyes go to the ceiling. So we're going to be breathing in, breathing out. Just do it for once. Breathing in, breathing out during 10 seconds. Okay? Breathe in. Breathing in, breathing out. Release. Breathe in. Now, second time, we normally do the exercises 3 times. The second time, I'm going to ask you to what we call blink, squint your eyes. So what we're talking about, it's like sit-ups for your eyes. You're squinting. So you see, I'm not closing my eye here. It's really working out your muscles, your eye muscle. Squint, right? So we're going to be doing the big O by squinting this time at the same time for 10 seconds. So breathing in, breathing out, lower down the jaw. Release. Breathe in. So tell me how you feel when you do this exercise afterwards. Give me a comment. That would be wonderful. I just want you to be aware of what you're doing, how you're doing well also. So third part, we did the big O, we added the squint. Now the special part is your fingers. V for victory for face yoga. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on the acupressure points, which are located inwards of the eye and outwards. So we're going to be literally doing the same exercise. I'm putting out a layer of difficulty on top of it right now, but you can do it. I know you can. So let's do this together. So then we're going to be putting pressure with our 2 fingers, not the nail, never the nail, for 5 seconds at least. Okay? So breathe in, release the jaw. Put your fingers in the inward part here. Now, do not pull on your eyelids at all. Just literally put in just like an indent here on the outside. Breathe in. Now, breathing in, breathing out for 10 seconds, and you're going to be blinking, and pressing on your fingers. Release the shoulders. Release the jaw area. Breathe in. Release. Take a deep breath, breathing in for 5 seconds. Feel the movement. Tell me what you feel, where you feel it. Let's do it a second time. Breathe in, lower the jaw, the eyes to the outwards, breathing in. Squint. Release. Breathe in. Now, what did you feel? With this wonderful exercise, what allows to do, releasing, as I said, nasal labial folds, mostly bringing in the blood pumping beneath your eyes. And that's the part that I mentioned before, that everything slows down after a certain amount of years. So we need to bring back the blood to pump back, to release all of this tension or the water, or again, the puffiness. So continue doing this mostly in the morning, because naturally we wake up in the morning and our face a little more puffy than other days, depending on the situation. So I invite you to do this at least 3, 4, 5 times in the morning. And what I really would love to invite you is to pick up a moment that we can talk to each other on my calendar, and we're able to find solutions for you. That's the whole part. An uplift your face session, which is 30 minutes, allowing you, for you, it's free, allowing you to understand the 3 things that we do on an everyday basis that ages our face and how we can change it. So if you like this, please put a heart. That would be wonderful. Thank you very much for coming. I would appreciate it. Share it with your friends. Talk about how we can create this beautiful community. And I'd love for you to hear from you. So if you have any exercise you'd like for us to do together, let me know. So Marie Kabis, see you soon next week on Tuesday. Have a lovely day. Ciao.